Hello Mahesh.
Hello, Raja.
Yeah, I think it's recording. We are good. Okay, so this video is about um, how Mahesh got introduced to Omarchy. So the idea is he will. Okay, so what happened last around 1 month ago? I was using Omarchy and I just telling my friends to experiment it. And Mahesh is one of the friend who actually uh, spend time and install in his main PC like fully and using it. Let's hear it from him. Yes, Mahesh. You. Your
Hey,
turn.
Raja. So I saw this whole video, like the complete video, which Raja, was showing his Omarki setup to his friend, and I had a. It was something I don't know what hooked me to that video, but I kept watching. I was paying attention to the full video.
What you liked in like first impression from? Is
I
it?
was surprised that Raja, who likes things to just work,
Huh?
was ready to try something like Arch Linux.
Okay.
That was the hook for me because other than like what according to me, other than core, like hardcore developers, most people would want their setup to just work. They don't want to do any configuration, like they want to customize it, personalize it, yes, but not build everything, from
Yes.
comparing the whole code, setting up the configuration. They would not like to do that. I assumed Raja was one of those people, but I was wrong. Raja was the way he talked about Omar Khan, the issues that he faced. So I understood that okay, this is interesting. It got Raja hooked and it got me hooked as well. The video was really interesting. The way, especially the story you shared about the creator, that and this is and the highlight you highlighted that this is an opinionated OS. Like most operating systems try to be like, hey, you want this, you want this, you want this, you know what, you can do it this way, this way, this way, this way. Since Omarki is built on Arch Linux, you can also do the same way, but what they give is very opinionated, like packages that or this software that they've installed. So I like the fact that it's opinionated, and I basically wanted to judge the creator's opinion, if if you can put it in a single sentence.
So you installed Omarki just to test
Yes.
how his opinion is different from yours and
Yes.
just to check it.
Yeah, you can say that. And because it was an intriguing premise for me to just check, because I daily run Mac OS as my company's, as my
Fine.
company's MacBook. I also use Windows for my chess softwares and playing some games, and I also run Ubuntu on a VM. So I am actually using all three major OS versions. I mean OS types, but I have not tried any other Linux distros other than Ubuntu. Uh, Again, I am one of those people who just want everything to work, and I don't want to spend my time configuring this, setting up that everything. But the video got me hooked. The way it's opinionated, the way you know,
I think one factor you liked is the keyboard driven. Everything is a keyboard driven, and you don't have to use a mouse to.
yes, yeah, actually that's a very good point. I've been a pro keyboard and less mouse user, like all my life. I've always I always spend time to learn the shortcuts and make sure that uh, I touch my mouse as less as possible when running
Yeah,
the
let's
video.
say you are a power user of a keyboard.
Yes, yes, but I don't have any fancy keyboards. Just a normal, 100% layout keycron keyboard, mechanical. But yeah, yes, I agree. I try to minimize my mouse usage because I feel it may not be true, but my personal feeling is that mouse kind of slows me down. Even for chess, I don't prefer mouse. I prefer my phone to play when it's fast chess. So maybe my mouse usage is just I'm a slow mouse user maybe, but still, yeah, I prefer my keyboard. And when Raja said everything is most of the things, almost everything is keyboard driven, you can do everything with your keyboard. That part also got me hooked. So that is again one of the opinion of Omarchy. Most people may not agree with it, but I like that opinion of it. So yeah, I felt like what, maybe some of the opinions sync with mine. So let's give it a try. And the story is very interesting. I watched the whole video. I kind of forgot about it. I wanted to try it, but I was like, okay, you know what? My system is not all. My system is actually a 10-year-old desktop that I have, and I did not want to like maybe break the bootloader or something like because I have done that before. I have done that before. Not trying to be over smart. Like thinking I'm such a power user I can fix anything. I could not. So what happened was, then after that, after the video, I was intrigued. It was always in the back of my mind, but I never got to it. Then Raja visited my home in Chennai, and and suddenly when we were together again, that Omarchy thing just popped into my head. And when that happened, I was trying to I showed him my Ubuntu VM setup, and it got me thinking, why can't I have Omarchy? If I want to try Omarchy, why can't I have Omarchy in VM setup as well? And
Yeah, I was there.
the initial setup using VM, virtual like Oracle
Yeah, there was some issue, right? When you try to run it with what is it? Oracle box, what is
Oracle
it?
virtual box, yeah.
Virtual box, and it was not working. Some
Yes.
I don't know.
So I had three VMs already set up, like Ubuntu, Windows 11, and I think Debian. I mean, sorry, Debian version of one of the Linux version. But I never used it. I just installed it and forgot about it. So none of these OS installs or in my VMs never gave me any problems. It always used to just work fine. Omarchy was the first guy that that kind of broke my what, it used to just
Yeah,
work with VMs. What happened? I was down in the right ISO. I was doing all those things, but it
I
still did
think
not work.
it was mainly because of the secure boot thing.
Actually, it was because of the display configuration. The
Uh-huh.
way, yeah, when I turned off accelerate 3D hardware acceleration the display, and I had to choose a particular display
Yeah.
adapter,
Uh-huh.
then it worked. I mean, we
But still,
spent
there was an issue, right? It was
me and
not working.
Raja, yeah, me and Raja spent like I know like an hour maybe trying to solve one of the each of the issues one by one. We updated the virtual box, we downloaded some other image, we tried some other settings, nothing worked. But after Raja went back to his place, I tried sorting it out myself, but I was able to fix it. But it was not completely working. There were still some issues, there's some issues with network and everything. So I was like, you know what? I was able to give Omarchy a try inside the VM. The keyboard shortcuts, the way the NVIM is set up, like NeoVim is set up, everything in Rig was like, you know what? Let me just try to figure out if it can be installed in dual boot, whether I can dual boot Windows 10 and Omarchy. And I found a couple of YouTube videos.
Yeah, yeah. Wait. At this point, okay, this dual boot thing, okay.
Yeah.
I was trying to do the same thing at the beginning, but the
Mhm.
problem was it was asking a full disk encryption.
Yes.
But I
But
don't want to do that.
yeah,
Uh,
I never did that. I always had it off.
uh, so for that reason, I was hesitating for first few weeks. Then I decided, okay, give it a try.
Okay.
That's all. Okay, now you tell me, how did you come across that?
So I watched just to watch a couple of YouTube videos. The mostly were instructions were exactly similar.
But
So I said,
I don't think there is a video to install Omarchy as a dual boot.
no, no, it's there, it's there, it's there.
But Omarchy or Arch?
Omarchy.
Omarchy, okay.
Yeah. So I think it's because Omarchy started getting popular, and
Uh-huh.
many people were wanting to give it a try. I think there was a demand,
Uh-huh.
and I could see some Reddit posts, and I was able to find a proper two YouTube videos where instruction in installation along with Windows was successful, and people are able to dual boot, and the instructions seemed simple enough. That was when I decided. I was like, you know what, let's give it a try. Because if the instructions were complex, if there were something that made me feel, you know what, my Windows installation might get corrupted, I would not have given it a try. Those two YouTube videos made it very simple, and the instructions looked simple enough for me.
How much different it was? Like how, like let's say if you install Arch by yourself, it's like a bunch of things you have to go through.
It's the same thing actually. So for dual boot,
Huh?
for to dual boot Windows and Omarchy, the instructions specifically say you have to do Arch install first. So basically, what happens is you install the Arch Linux core systems first, and then you lay the Omarchy layer on top of it. Is how it
Okay,
actually.
for that, all the commands, bash, and everything was there already. I thought it was not there by when I was checking this.
No, I mean, they give you a basic TTY like a terminal.
Ha, 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 ha.
So during installation and after the installation, when the Arch Linux just boots, right? You can just use the basic TTY and it would just work.
Okay, were you able to do one? The one thing I still faced is I was using a Bluetooth mouse and a Bluetooth keyboard. But when you use this Omar key, you cannot give a password with Bluetooth mouse. I was struggling. Then I had to use like that 2.4 gigahertz that
Yeah. So
USB thing to make.
luckily both my peripheral devices, keyboard and my mouse, are connected via the 2.4 gigahertz dongles.
Okay, okay,
So I do not use Bluetooth on my devices because it's slow
okay,
and
okay.
laggy. That was a fortunate plus for me. But let me begin by saying this: the problem with there was a problem even before I installed Omarchy or Arch and whatever. So what happened was I was using a Windows normal, single boot setup Windows 10. I downloaded the Omarchy image and I used oh, I forgot the name. I always forget the name. So there's a software to burn the image onto your pen drive.
The
I
real text? No, 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 no. What is that?
you know
Balina, Ethina, Balina, something.
wait. I mean that's the one that
Ethina, Balina, Blitz, something.
it's called as Balina Etcher.
Uh-huh.
That's the one that was not working for me. But there's another one that I always
Rooftop, something.
Rufus, yeah,
Roofers.
Rufus. So I've always used Rufus for everything,
Uh-huh.
and I used Rufus to do the same. But I booted the pen drive and it would fail for some reason. I was like, you know what? Maybe the image was not burned properly.
Booting failed or the USB.
After the boot, during installation, it failed halfway,
Okay.
saying the image is corrupted or something.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
I was like, you know what? Maybe the Rufus I have is not working, pen drive is not working. You know what? Let me just try it again. But this time, I will use some other image, writer. So I used Balina HM. I inserted my pen drive. It began writing the image. The pen drive just got corrupted, plain. Just got corrupted.
Okay.
I was like, okay. I was like, you know what? That's the reason. Because the Rufus worked fine, but my pen drive is, pen drive did not, pen drive has gone bad. So that's why the installation failed. So that's why Belina is also saying, installation failed. And when I tried to install the pen drive again, it did not work.
Okay. So you thought it's a pen drive issue.
Yeah, I thought it's a pen drive issue. I just ordered off a fresh, just 250 rupees pen drive. Like,
Okay.
there's always need for a pen drive anyway. So I was like, you know what, let me just get a new one. Anyway, this is old. So I got just a 250 rupees a pen drive or 300 rupees one from Swiggy. And I used the same with now this time with Balina HR and it failed again. I was like, you know what? Balina HR is the one who was correcting my pen drive.
Hmm.
Now two pen drives are gone.
Oh, now the pen drive is gone. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh,
Two pen drives are gone.
uh.
And I tried to fix it with Windows. I mean, like I said, I just want things to just work. I'm that kind of a guy. I did not want to mess with pen drive, and it's already. I assumed it's corrupted. I was like, you know what? Let me just throw it away. It was
Okay.
corrupted, by the way. When my Mac also did not recognize. I was like, you know what? No, pen drive is gone. It's okay. It happens.
Okay.
Then I found a really old pen drive. Like I was digging through my old electronics, like a bag, like a big bag. I found a really old pen drive, like a 8 gigabyte pen drive, and I wrote the image in the pen drive using Rufus this time.
Okay.
I was not using Balina HR, and
Okay,
Rufus.
so let's put this way. So Balina HR was crashing, your pen
Yes,
drive. Now you use Rufus to.
write the image into the old pen drive again.
Okay, okay.
Now and while this was happening, I googled and
Hey,
it's a prevalent one.
can you
Hello?
hear me? You were frozen.
No. I can hear you. Can you
Yeah,
hear
yeah,
me?
yeah, yeah. Now it is fine. I want to continue.
Okay. So I googled that apparently Balina headset does corrupt pen drives. There have been cases where it messed up the partition table or something, and it has corrupted many of the pen drive. So I was like, you know what? Okay, now I get it. So I used the old one and I booted the pen drive, and now everything worked. I was able to.
Okay, so this is our child.
No, see, you have to use the Omarchy image, but
Okay.
when you install it, you have to do Arch install first. You are not installing Omarchy. You are installing Arch
Yeah,
Linux.
yeah. So, but everything is like a built-in, right?
No, the if you want a dual boot, you have to do the Arch install first. If you want a fresh
Okay,
install,
so
you can just go to Omarchy
when
install.
when you have to install Arch first, then why are you installing like Omarchy directly?
Because for the dual boot, the Omarchy image will contain the Arch install. It will.
See, as far as I know, the Omarchy ISO will have Arch plus Omarchy combined.
Yes. Yes.
You take it, install it, you run it, life is set. But you are saying you want to install Arch first.
Yes.
Can you
This
do it with the same ISO or
Yeah.
you?
I mean, this is just the same ISO.
Uh,
Why? Because since it's dual boot, you have to allocate some drive to the
uh,
boot partition to the image, like the OS partition. You have to do few of the partitions
okay,
and make
understood.
sure this is your boot partition. This is your
Okay, that you manually gave everything.
yeah. You have to manually do that. If it's a regular install, right? Regular, you're just using a whole disk. You can just go ahead and do it. If you want to configure these things, then you'll have to tinker with the Arch install. So what happened was I was able to, I did everything. I came to Arch install. At the end of Arch install, it failed. This time it's because it was saying something related to GPT disks.
Ah,
When I googled this issue, apparently it's because you have to boot the pen drive in UEFI mode
ah.
and not
Okay.
legacy mode.
Ah,
And uh, so I went again. I had to quit everything, and then
yeah.
put all my partitions, creation, and everything. I again booted the. I went into my BIOS, and I had to change the boot order and make sure UEFI is for the higher priority. And now I again booted into UEFI mode of the the OS, and I was able to. I was able to do the Arch install first. So now I finished Arch install, shut down and it restarted. I was in the Arch page now. Like the OS has booted up. I did the Arch
Arch
OS.
wiki, yeah, something.
I had a basic terminal like the TTY, and I was able to go. I was able to go through the setup. But when I was installing the Omarchy layer on top of Arch, that's when I faced my second, like the second,
Roadblock.
which is with the next roadblock, which is my Ethernet was not configured.
Uh, you don't use if okay.
Yeah,
Get it.
so all the videos that I saw on YouTube always install it on Wi-Fi and on laptops.
Mm-hmm.
I use desktop with my Ethernet, and I skipped those commands. That was because they were trying to figure out the session, uh, and in access point and trying to configure that access point with the system. And I was like, what, I'm using Ethernet, and I was able to ping. So there is a test you have to do, like a ping test, and the ping test worked for me during before the Arch install. I was like, what, it's working. Why do I have to do anything? So
Okay.
Ethernet is working fine. But when I booted into Arch,
Uh.
the Ethernet configuration was missing, and I was like, I panicked because now there is no way for me to go to Windows. Whenever I boot, it will always boot to Arch first. Arch
Yeah.
first, only Arch. And I was like, you know what? Hmm. Maybe this is why I should not have dual booted or something. But then you know what? I googled the issue. It's a common issue.
Before doing Bootable, did you back up all your important stuff, or you were just so confident it will work on?
No, no, no. I was very confident it will work, and I was really installing it into a.
Uh-huh.
I was installing it into a specific partition. So I was hoping that none of the other partitions and my other files that there would get corrupted.
I whenever I try, I just always feel everything may go wrong, so I'll just take backup. Then I will just
Uh,
format the whole thing.
I mean, thinking about it now, maybe I should have done the same thing.
Okay.
But yeah, it's funny. So I was able to figure out the Ethernet issue. I had to manually set up the network configuration. I had to manually give up, set up few of the things, and I was able to start the network and adapt or something, and I was able to ping Google again. I was like, it worked fine.
What's
But
the why internet required to put into the system?
yes, so
Why?
one of the step that was mentioned was you have to fetch from the Omarchy. So see, I was just basically following the YouTube, and in that, what they do is they fetch the Omarchy, the layer on top of Arch Linux from the internet, and they use that
Okay.
and then use that configuration to install Omarchy, not the one in the pen drive.
But when I did, I was also having the same. Ethernet. I
Yeah,
didn't do anything. I just put the pen drive, booted in, and just Omarki homepage. I was there.
yeah, yeah. That's because the commands that I was following on the YouTube video,
Oh,
it
okay,
was
okay. You're doing that partition, separating everything by yourself, so you have to
maybe I'm not sure, but I did
drive.
not want to deviate from YouTube video.
Uh-huh.
The installation. I mean, whatever he showed, right? I mean, the person showed. I didn't want to deviate from it. I was like, you know what? Let's not deviate from anything. And in that, they use
Huh?
a curl command to fetch the Omarchy layer.
Okay.
They install it manually over Arch.
Hmm?
So that's what I did, and for that Ethernet was required, and mine was broken, and I was able to fix it. I was like happy, but a little bit of panic was there. And then once after it took a while. Now here comes my next. I wouldn't say roadblock, but a worry. It took a long time. I did not expect it to take that long because in the video
How
you
much?
see,
How much time? For me, it took less than
I would say
4 minutes.
15 minutes maybe.
Okay. 15 minutes.
So yeah, you said in the specifically in the video you said it took only 2 to 3 minutes.
Yeah, yeah. For me, it is less than 4 minutes. It
Yeah,
just like that. Yeah.
and then it made me worried.
Uh,
I was like, okay, Raja, what
maybe
you
Raja
said.
lied.
No, no. I was not thinking you lied, but you use this like a specific point,
uh,
and I don't know. People do not lie about this because it's. I felt like it is also a hook for you to like Omarchy. It
yeah,
was simple. It installed fast.
yeah, yeah.
You liked it because of that. I was like,
That is true. Actually, I'll tell one thing. Actually, recently I bought one laptop for my niece. Okay,
mhm.
it took like 3 hours for the Windows to install, update, all this just to see the home screen.
Yeah.
I was like, why am I buying the Windows for him? I should have given him Linux. But they are in a school, they don't do.
Yeah, I mean, I have installed Ubuntu before a lot of times on many
Uh,
of my machines, and it always used to take at least 10 minutes.
yeah,
I mean,
Ubuntu.
you have to copy the files, like it downloads some of the new tools, new packages.
Yeah,
It's always fine, but it did worry me a bit because Rajesh basically 2 minutes it's taking me this long, maybe something wrong. But I
yeah.
was like hoping nothing broke. But finally, after I don't know, like 12 to 15 minutes, I was
15
able,
minutes. Yeah, not that bad. Okay.
yeah, and I was able to get into the screen and I could see the way bar, like the VLAN bar, and I could see that whatever shortcuts was whatever shortcuts for me and Raja were trying during the
uh,
VM installation because it was not working by the way, Raja.
correct.
So yeah, whatever shortcut I remember, I was trying to it, everything was working. I was like, you know what? Yes, finally I have a work installed. But there is one more step pending, which is to do dual boot. So still now, there is no uh, there is no like boot configuration created for dual boot. You have to manually do it after booting into a marquee, which is using this. There's this boot bootloader called Lamine, Limine,
Yeah, yeah,
Lamine.
yeah, yeah. Something they had.
Yeah. So I was like worried because Ubuntu. See, I was always going to the flashback when I spoiled my boot. When I corrected my boot record, it was because of this some bootloader.
Okay.
But I was always having this uh, worry in my head that it might go wrong again. But Lemmin just worked. I just had to run one or two commands
Hmm?
and restart the machine, and I could see the Lemmin bootloader page, and I could just log. And I did not even go to Omarchy first. I logged on to Windows and I was able to do everything. Everything was working fine.
Still, you love Windows, huh? When will you type that? That's it.
I mean, so the softwares that I use, I think the games are the main. Maybe
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
have the
games.
softwares, yeah, maybe the games. Uh, so yeah,
You
I
saw
had
recently the Microsoft update. You cannot use Windows without what is
local
that?
account. Yeah,
This account, online account.
yeah. So you have to you cannot use without a local account. And
Wait, wait, with local account. You cannot use with local account. You need a online account.
yes, yes, yes. Sorry, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, that's a. I mean, they are doing so many things. And to be frank, if you remember, I told you that I had Windows 11 on my VM.
Uh.
I hated it so much. I did not like it one bit. I mean, see, when Windows 10 was like, you know what, it's not bad. I mean, it had, of course, it has definitely issues, but compared to Windows 11, Windows 10 looks like a masterpiece.
Okay.
Like, like seriously, Windows 11 sucks that much, and Windows 10, like I said, looks like art. So yeah, so now comes, and I was able to put into Windows. I was happy. Now it's time for Omarchy, like exploration of Omarchy. And apparently it's not Omarchy, Raj, it's Omarchy, it seems. Right.
Carlo.
Sorry, I'm going to call it Omarchy.
Yeah, yeah, it is Chi. Whenever that in his videos he just stresses is there Omar
I mean, the
Chi.
website, it says it has a way to pronounce in the bracket.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it says Omarchy. I was like, you know what? No, it's Omarchy.
yeah. All
Sorry.
his interviews he will stress the Chi Chi. So I know.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
yeah, I was ready to explore.
Okay,
Omar.
first impression. After booting all these things, is it worth all the struggle? Will you recommend your friend to boot? Dual boot?
You know what? If the person is a little bit familiar with the terminal,
Huh?
just a little bit, not to I think I would say yes.
Okay.
If they have
Then
used terminal a little bit before, not like heavy hot, no, like hot
okay.
category.
Looks like your experience with Omarki convinced you that all the struggle you've gone through.
Yes,
Okay.
because again, I started to explore, and the first thing I was able to like, of course, the hyperland setup, right? I just loved
Uh-huh.
it. I mean, it's not like you have to have Omar,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but it's one of the opinions, right? And
Yes. That's
I
what you saw the documentation. They mentioned it's a Japanese restaurant. You go, you just ask omakase something. It means um, whatever you give a like a chef's.
oh, okay, it's like chef's call.
Yeah, chef's call. Yeah,
Okay,
you don't know what you want. You have zero idea. You go to restaurant. You just say omakase. Then they will give you something best, and you just eat it
okay,
like that. That's why that omachi, that oma thing is coming from.
okay. I did not know that. Yeah, I just thought it's somebody's name or something.
No, this is just the arch opinionated charge. So that's why.
Hmm. Opinionated. Ah, okay, makes sense.
Yeah.
And the first thing I did was install Brave, because I am a Brave user and not a Chromium user. Uh, and the multiple window switching worked great, was fast, and it actually I feel like Linux Omarchy gave a
User experience.
new experience for me, which was like new. See, the thing is, I've been using computers for a long time. Back when Windows XP.
From when was your first computer? When did you?
Oh, it was very. I was very young. I would say I don't know, first standard, second standard, maybe. Like,
But then it's like 2004 something.
yeah. I mean, we had. I mean, I have had computers since I was very young.
Okay, so you were like 22 years you raised.
Yes, yes. I
Okay,
have always been a Windows user, and Mac. When I got a job, I became, for the past 10 years I've been a Mac user, and Ubuntu. Whenever I wanted to, on old laptops, right? Whenever I want to give life to old laptops, like extend the life a bit, I've always used Ubuntu. Uh, I mean, so I have a 13-year-old laptop here with Ubuntu working it's very snappy.
Ubuntu.
Yeah, it's a dual core laptop.
Uh huh.
Back from, I think it was 2013, 2012 to 2013 laptop it is, and all I had to do was install Ubuntu, and it was like very fast. It's very fast,
Okay.
and I just upgraded the RAM from 4 to 8 GB. It costed me like what 800 rupees or something. It's DDR3 RAM, and I was able to make it very fast. So
So for your usual drivers Windows, but Ubuntu for older machine, that was your usual case, and Mac for Office.
yeah.
Why Ubuntu Omarki now? Like what changed from then to now? What changed? Which is got replaced by Omarki?
Windows got replaced. So Windows was my personal OS,
Uh huh.
and it was replaced by
I mean,
Omarchy.
Omarki replaced the Windows right
Yes, yes. I have not booted into Windows for a while now.
now.
been what like no, maybe once I booted to test something. I think for some game or something maybe. But I have not been playing that many games recently. I have a PS5, so I always may play my games in that.
Okay,
So
so the game necessary was out of the picture now.
yeah, so
Take
right,
it.
right, exactly.
Okay, show me your setup. Like, what do you have it here? Like, how do you move around?
So I settled on this theme, which is once again,
Kangawa.
it's
Okay.
called Kanagawa. I think it's a place in Japan.
Uh huh.
So I settled on this theme, and yeah, I mean I've not changed much to be honest.
Okay.
See, this is how old my machine is, by the way, Raja.
Uh huh.
It has it
Of
is
course.
i5 6600, which this was released back in 2015 maybe.
Okay, not
So
that
yeah, it's a 10-year-old desktop, and just look at my graphics card.
integrated on.
It's an integrated graphics card. So the one I had was, I mean, the graphics card I had went bad. So I've been using this, and I have not felt even a single moment that my I'm using in graphics in integrated graphics, and there has not been any case where the
There, the computer was not enough.
yes. I mean, of course, I've not been playing heavy games, of course, where the
Yeah.
GPU shines, but in my regular use, I've not faced any issues. And
Is it
yes,
a
yeah,
hard disk 40 GB out of 50 GB? You just gave 50 GB to this.
yes,
This.
yes. So I have a 1 TB SSD, NVMe Gen 5 SSD, and
Okay.
out of that, I have allocated. I was like, because I want to just try it out first, right? So I allocated, and usually I don't have any files on my machine anyway. So I just allocated 50 GB, and yeah, that's it. This is the swap space I'm guessing. Oh, sorry, this is the RAM.
Yeah, that's RAM side.
The RAM, I mean, see how much, guys, it's not just Windows. You will know how much RAM everything uses. So it's just like what it's 20%. Uh,
Exactly, 2 GB.
yeah, I'm guessing it's because I have my Google Meet on in a browser. That's why even it's
And
this much.
also you are sharing your screen, Google Meet,
Yeah,
camera, all those things. Still,
I'm guessing it's because of the browser.
yeah,
The Chromium that's taking this much. But yeah, this is my. I'm not sure. I think this is. I'm not sure what this is.
I think it's a
I think
swap.
it's my swap space. Yeah. So this is the.
Latest I gave, I guess, 3.3.
I guess so. Yeah.
Okay, you are using Ghosty terminal.
Yeah.
You heard about the story, the terminal war between what is that? Alacrity, Item 2. I don't know, 2 3 was there.
I
Ghosty
mean,
was
I
one.
have used item in my MacBook. I'm not a fan.
You're not a fan?
No, 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 not at all a fan. I like my terminal to be dumb.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't want any. I'm weird in that case. I don't want any even colors. I'm not a big fan. I don't want like So I give a great example, Raja. Thank you for bringing this up. So NeoVim is one of the opinion that this
uh,
browser,
uh.
sorry, this OS has. I'm not using. I mean, it's
But
there, but I'm not using NeoVim. I manually installed the
but
regular.
NeoVim with the lazy Vim configuration, right?
Sorry.
Lazy Vim configuration.
I'm not sure what you mean. I'm just using this, NeoVim. I mean, I just thought
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
talking
This is a lazy Vim configuration. Okay. I mean, again, lazy Vim on top of it. Yeah, yeah, exactly. It's a Neo Vim.
yeah, I am not a fan. I
Okay.
prefer my Vim to be dumb. And
Okay.
for example, let's say I have like I like my Vim to be like this, where yeah, I'll tell you a weird reason. This is going to sound very funny.
uh,
I do not use WQ to
okay.
quit. Let's
Then
say I'm writing this right. Hello.
uh,
I don't use WQ. I use X.
what does the X mean?
Same, same.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't. I use
but
WQ only.
but in NeoVim you can't do that. I mean, I'm not. I mean, it did not work for me. See, for
Okay.
example, let's say I am like, see this. If I click,
Okay.
I can't just do just X. Maybe it's the same, but wait,
Just try changing it. I don't know. Put.
let me just check if it's the same. Okay. Oh, maybe it's the same. Yeah,
Same.
yeah. But the thing is, what was bothering me was when I clicked this,
Uh
I do not want any of these options.
huh.
But see, the thing is, if I do WQ right,
Yeah.
W will say right, WQ it was there, but simple
X
X
is
may
not
not
there.
be
Okay,
there.
so you thought the X may not work, and you
Yeah,
don't like the suggestion. You're like, screw you. I want a right.
yeah.
Okay.
So what I would always learn is I'll just do this. So this is
Huh.
how I always work with it.
Okay. Okay.
So if I want to go to the top, I'll just do this
But
G.
usually people put everything into the config file and it just automatically run, right? That set number.
True, true,
Then
true. Yeah, but I don't know. See, I think this goes to like so. This is very funny story. So back in my previous company, I was able to log into like secure environments and everything. Everything is just plain old CentOS,
uh,
and in that they won't have anything, just regular terminal, like just plain PTY. So I got used to that.
okay, understand. Okay.
And
Now if you have more feature, I say like screw you, I can do it without it. Huh?
it's not like that.
No, no,
I
I get the idea actually.
yeah. For me, it's just
You got used to it, yeah. You never
yeah,
felt a need to use it.
yeah. So for example, let's say I have this config, right? Uh, I don't know this. I don't know. This is very weird. Let me just go to what is it? Where is this Hyperland? Mm. So this is some. This is my keyboard configuration. So this is what I was trying to tinker with. I
Okay.
removed. I made. I. If you see here, I don't have any. I
Huh?
changed everything to super shift.
Everything to super shift.
Yeah. If you
I
see here, can you see?
I think they changed it at some point, right? Super shift.
Yeah. So here, many of the things will be like normal.
Uh,
But then,
oh
for example,
yeah.
for
Okay,
example,
I remember the old version. It was like a super A will be a chat GPT. Then people got confused and decided it was messing up with a lot of it. Then they just changed everything to super shift plus is. Okay.
yeah. I
But
think
I
I
see
changed.
you have added this Telegram, Reddit. It was not there in the
Yes, yes, yes.
default one.
So Telegram, Reddit, I think I changed for X maybe.
Okay.
So I'm not sure what exactly did I change.
I'm sure Telegram you changed.
Wait, can you see the Git status? I mean, it's not there, right? I think they're just manually creating the config maybe. Yeah. I don't think it's a Git repository. Right. Okay.
Uh, where were we?
So so I manually added I think Telegram, Reddit, and I
Can
changed.
you zoom it a bit? Very small.
How do I zoom?
Command plus, control plus. I mean, yeah.
Oh, Control plus. Okay. Yeah.
Continue. Yes.
So I have not. If you look at it, I have not changed anything much. And the most things that I use are these.
Okay.
WhatsApp in my social what like these four. Though
Okay.
there are
I have one question here. Here. You are using Brave, right?
yeah,
But you don't use Google Chrome, anything. Just a Brave.
yeah,
Okay. But okay. I use two different things. I have Brave. I have Chrome also.
okay,
And even do you use a profile in the Brave?
yes, yes.
Let's say if you want to open WhatsApp with one profile and
Mm-hmm.
Telegram with the other profile, how will you configure it? Find a way to that. It always uses the default.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I did not know that, but I think there is a way maybe, huh?
Yeah, yeah. I tried to figure it. It was not straightforward. I just left it. The same thing. I was using one profile for personal, one profile for
Right, right. No, no, I
the
remember how you used to. Yeah.
club, one for the other
See,
stuff.
I think maybe what you might have to do is so if you, when you where you launch the browser, right? So maybe you have to skip this command and try to launch the Brave executable directly with the profile variable passed
Uh,
and launch this web page. But I think then the problem might be like the top bars might be visible.
yes. The color will not be changing.
Yeah, because I'm guessing Omarchy launch web app removes many of the it sets up the window
Yeah. Correct.
for the web page to load.
Yeah.
And if you launch the Brave natively, I mean just not natively, without any shortcuts, I'm guessing it will remove all those things.
Yes.
And yeah,
Yeah, that I made to figure it out because I want my WhatsApp to open from one profile, but
right.
YouTube to open from another profile.
Right. So luckily, in my case, I have only two, maybe oh no, maybe three. One for personal, which is where everything is configured: Reddit, X, WhatsApp,
Uh-huh.
everything. And the other thing is my Bangalore Chess Club profile, which has reaches, Gmail, and everything. And the other one is just some other than like if you want to log into Amazon with somebody else's account, maybe I use Swiggy with somebody else's account. I just use that third one,
Yeah.
other things. So that's it. And in my case, it was not there. One thing that I found funny was, and not funny, but maybe something different was the use of the Windows key. Uh,
What?
because use of the Windows key, which is the option key in my the super key, like
Super key.
what we call it. So in Windows, right,
Uh-huh.
the super key is not used for anything. Like
Yeah. That's the most useless key for Windows.
so one I can remember only few. For example, I have to use Windows R for
Uh-huh.
the run window to prop up. I have used it, but it's very few.
Uh-huh.
So I use Windows E for the Explorer, Windows R to run a command, like a run window.
Uh-huh.
That's it. But here the super key actually feels like a super key because using super key you do a lot of super things.
Uh-huh. Super key feels like a super key. Yeah. Hey, you were frozen again. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. Continue.
Yeah, and which brings my next thing, which is native apps.
What?
So native apps.
Native apps, okay?
So if you see here, I have Telegram natively installed.
Yes.
So this is what I mean. I have assigned the shortcut so that it
Uh-huh.
executes Telegram command directly.
Uh-huh.
And I did this because I was not able to do WhatsApp calls, Telegram.
Uh, yeah. That is true. Through web app, you cannot run. You cannot make a calls. You need to have a. That is true.
I'm guessing it's possible via Telegram maybe, but I did not like the experience or something. So I had to buy. Luckily, Telegram on a native app. I just quickly downloaded. The installation was very quick, which
Uh-huh.
brings me to some point. Installation of packages in Arch is extremely fast. When you compare it with Ubuntu, which I'm
Yeah.
just taking it off of the
In Ubuntu, do you use app ticket or Snap?
No, no, I use
Pad?
app always. I
App
don't use
ticket.
Snap. And app it runs for a long time.
Uh,
In in Arch and Omarchy, it's just very fast. At first, I thought, okay, it downloaded something. Maybe I have to manually install it. No,
just
it did
yeah.
everything extremely fast in a couple of seconds. That was unbelievable, and I was very happy about that part. Which brings me back to my original point, which is native app support is a bit maybe a bit lacking for let's say most used apps like WhatsApp. I know it's not Linux's fault.
WhatsApp is not there for Linux. There it
No,
was there. No.
Arch Linux is not there now.
Oh. Okay.
So I checked and I was disappointed. So if you see here, I am launching a web app here, unfortunately.
But you cannot make a call there, right?
Yes.
Did you experiment with local send?
No. I mean, I like I said, I don't have any files on my system. I don't use
Okay.
my system is most likely like a browser. I have my Git repositories for my code.
Yeah. Stateless machine.
Yeah, you can call it that. Yeah. In my games. So that's it. I have not used anything like any other things for many other things. Um, so yeah, this is exactly how it is, and unfortunately, I don't use calendar. I don't use email. Grok, I don't use many of the things like
Yeah,
music.
that hey.com is their website, so you know.
I mean, yeah. So I did read about it that Basecamp's.
Yeah, you didn't know it was Basecamp's this. So Basecamp is the hey is their one, so they keep.
Yeah. No. Read about it. I remember this as well because I used to work for this Zoho projects and Basecamp is one of their
We
similar
we used to
products.
work for Zohoda. Even I don't leave.
Huh?
Okay. The separate team you are saying. Okay. You continue. You said you work for Zoho project, a specific project. Yeah. I thought
Yeah,
you
no,
just mentioned Zoho.
it's a product called Zoho projects.
Yeah. Huh.
And Basecamp is one of the alternative, like Jira.
Competitor.
Like Basecamp is an alternative for Zoho projects. So I was familiar with Basecamp, and it's brother and sister like ecosystem, But I had forgotten about it. So this was a nice thing. But I have not. I don't use like music. Uh, I don't use. I mean, for music, I always listen to in my um,
Browser.
my phone or something. So yeah, and one thing, the first, I'll tell you what is one of the things that was a bit file manager, right?
Huh?
Browser downloads.
Uh-huh.
So in browser downloads, when a download is complete, if you click the file, it pops up for me. Sometimes it doesn't work. I'm not sure why.
Okay.
And yeah, it's just one of the things that I find it's very funny. Sometimes it does not work, but I'm not able to figure out maybe if I'm doing something wrong or something. But yeah, and looking at it, like I have not changed anything else to be honest, Raja. I just changed
Okay.
the theme. I just changed some of the basic things that I need, and it has been my daily driver for I think almost a month now.
Yeah.
Can you see how when I installed Omarchy?
It was there. Fast fetch was 28 days.
Oh, see,
Base age
yeah,
28 days.
exactly. And I mean, I've been very happy with it.
Nice.
So it does not block me, nowhere, and everything was.
How do you compare with like Ubuntu versus this in terms
Ubuntu
of
is kind of similar to Windows and window based access, and usage and everything. Um, I did not find Ubuntu to see when I first tried Ubuntu. It was not that alien to me.
uh-huh, correct.
Even this is not that different, but
Because
this,
you are coming from Ubuntu open okay with the terminals. I think
yeah.
people who are directly coming from window may be like, where is my start button? That's where
Yes,
they come.
but people who are familiar with Mac,
Terminal.
familiar with this, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Uh, so I think it's called Spotlight in Mac. I'm not sure what it's called in.
You don't use Raycast?
What is Raycast? No.
Oh, okay. I mean, the glorified version of Spotlight. That's it. You can even set some files there. That's all.
Ah, right. Okay, okay. No. I mean, like I said, I don't have any need for all those things. I don't have anything in my machine anyway. So
What is your thought on latest Windows? Windows, Mac OS, Tahoe, the
Mac OS.
class.
I mean, I was allowed to install it on my office laptop only a month ago or something. I have not. No, I've been
Oh,
on
you
holiday.
okay? You are still on the previous version. You have not switched the
Yes, I
Tahoe.
think it's Sonoma, maybe. Or maybe I'm wrong.
So I think Sonoma was something like yes.
Maybe it's Sonoma. I'm not sure. I recently installed it and I have not had that much personal time with it. But one thing I like about this new Mac OS is wait, there was something I really liked. I'm not able to remember it right now, but when I remember it, I'll definitely let you know.
The new one I installed in my office laptop. Okay,
Okay.
and they just spoiled the Spotlight. It sucks, and there is no app launchpad. At least the Raycast are doing it. I think now you will see the Spotlight stupidity. Then they just made like a glassy thing, and it was I don't know, not a fan of it.
Right. No. Now I know what you mean by thing. But the thing is, I'll tell you, Raja, I've never used control center. Like, what do you call it? The collection, app center. No,
Launchpad.
Launchpad.
Uh,
I've never used it.
uh.
Launchpad is when you do this, right? The one which I
Yeah,
showed,
yeah, yeah, that one. Yeah, correct.
right? With I mean the five finger gesture. So yeah, I've never used it. I want to
Yeah,
know what app to use. I just do command space, type the app name, and just click enter.
yeah. That is what most of the time you will also do, and also I pin it most of the applications, so we don't care. But
Yeah.
the Spotlight search is like completely ruined. Now it's just showing some stupid Google search and all it is showing. You search for
Oh,
a file and it is searching from internet. I was like, uh,
yeah. Luckily, I mean, again, I'm just see this is why OS is different, right? Because each person uses the same OS in very different ways,
uh,
and the OS makers
uh,
have to consider many of these things.
yeah.
Omarchy is an opinionated OS. He likes it this way. I mean, the creator.
Yeah.
He has configured it this way.
You
Used
don't
it.
you
If
don't like
you
it, you
don't like
change
it,
it, and everything is configurable.
exactly.
That's
Yeah. So I have always been fan of having strong opinions, and I agree with many of the opinions of the creator. So I just let me just try to see what else I had remembered. Oh, one more thing I was very impressed with. So okay, going back to the Ethernet issue, right? When Ethernet issue happened, it kind of made me a bit worried because my mouse might not work properly, which is like my MX Master 3S, which is works over dongle. It has many of the buttons, the many of gestures may not work properly. My keyboard, which works, yes, but it has also all these macros and many of the utility keys, the volume knob, etc., might not work. But to my surprise, all my peripherals, including my camera and microphone, everything just worked out of the box.
Yeah, right?
Yes.
After, yeah, yeah.
So that is a very, very big advantage.
Hmm.
For people who are who are jumping into something new and they don't want to uh, you know take time to, because the Ethernet part got me worried. I may have to do for everything, but
Definitely.
luckily everything else worked fine. So if somebody is listening to this, who's maybe a contributor to Omarchy, can fix the Ethernet issue or something, it would be great. I mean, I know it's the way that Arch is
You
supposed to be installed.
see, I was looking at their repository, the request, whatever. Okay, people are giving like bunch of stuff. I think one of example was at the beginning of the time it was not working on some, I don't know, some machine it was not working, and the CEO of the company or some CEO of the company created a pull request and submitted. I don't know who that was. I think is it a framework? I don't know who it was.
Okay, haha.
I think they will fix it. Very new, about four
But
year old
yes,
OS.
I googled about it, but apparently it's the way Arch is supposed to work. So I'm not sure because of that.
No,
It's
no.
not Omarchy issue, by the way. It's Arch issue, Raja. This
Um.
happened before I installed Omarchy. I told you, right? The Arch. This is.
Okay. See, I think the one which I am referring is something. Okay. The story I know. Somebody it was not working on some machine. Whether it's a Arch, maybe that bash file they gave was wrong, or maybe the correct driver they didn't give. Something was not working for some people,
Mhm.
and I'm very sure it's a framework CEO. Can you just check it? Is it a framework CEO who was sending a pull request, and DHS was thanking him, like and also after submitting the pull request, he didn't even inform anyone. He's like whenever they what is it? The wordings also I remember waiting for the PR ferry to come, review ferry to come.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know who it was. I think it was framework or no.
I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay. Anyways,
Yeah.
anyways, continue.
And one more thing that I wanted to say was, again going back to the first, which is the corrupted pen drive, right? They were actually not corrupted, Raja.
Then,
The pen drive was not gone.
uh,
I thought it's gone.
uh,
Using Omarch, using even Linux commands, and using some chat GPT and everything, I was able to fix the pen drives again to working condition. I just have to basically drop some partition table and just reformat and
okay. It means the writing failed.
yeah,
Uh,
something was wrong with Linux because it had not happened once, it happened twice.
okay, writing failed, but it works.
Yeah. So I was able to fix Linux. I mean, using Linux commands. I was
Yeah.
able to do that. Again, I'll tell you one more interesting point. Again,
Okay.
so which is I wanted to write an Ubuntu image for my friend in my pen drive. I wanted to boot to Windows to it for that because I already had everything there, right? But I was like, what, let me use Omarchy for this.
Okay.
And I asked, of course, ChatGPT, and it said two options: use the tool called DD,
Uh,
or use the tool called Balena HR. I was like, you know what?
no more by
Let's not
nature.
use Balena HR. I was comfortable enough to use DD tool because it was basically terminal commands.
Understand.
And yeah, so I used just basic DD tool. I was able to write the whole image, like a bootable image, into a pen drive using the terminal. I was like, you know what? I'm not going for Balena HR again. So these things,
uh,
these small issues, right, when it happens to you, it does bother. It
yeah,
makes
yeah.
it even
Next time
happen.
when you use, you'll think twice.
Exactly.
Okay, what else you how is your experience with Hyperland
Oh,
and tiling window?
it's been amazing.
Hmm?
It has a bit of a very I would say for me it was a small learning curve, but it has definitely a learning curve
Hmm.
to to just shift the windows because it just it just opens everything new. So if you want to rearrange this, how would you do that? And if you want to resize the windows, how would you do that? So
Okay.
it has a bit of a learning curve, but it's like once you learn it, it comes very natural to you. And
Okay.
you can change the focus of the window using your mouse keys. You can shift to other windows using the keys. So it's very
Super
fun.
1, 2, 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can send and all those things. Yeah, that's the beauty of Hyperland. I really like.
Yes. But there are some issues with it, of course. Like some pop-ups cannot be.
Yeah.
So there
Even
are
today
some
we faced, right, the when you
Google,
when you
Google
share your,
pop-up. Yeah.
yeah, when you share the screen, the pop-up, you can
Yeah.
show it. Move
So I
number
I
5.
have moved see this pop-up here. You can't click hide.
Yeah,
So
you cannot click hide, and if you do click anything else, it's close and
yeah. So I have
yeah,
moved this particular pop-up to a
fifth
fifth.
one so that you don't mess up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is one of the issues. It happens. It happens. I mean, you can. I know that maybe you can definitely fix it. Or I was talking to Roger about it that maybe you have a one more desktop environment
Hmm.
specifically for very few use cases like this. Uh, Maybe Hyperland is not for every single use
But
case.
this one is a new one. The Wayland Hyperland is a new one. I think the X11 is a old
Right.
the thing, and also what is the tiling window? There also some.
Mm.
I,
So
yeah, because I tried to do it with Ubuntu and it was not.
right. And this is one more thing that I like about Omarchy's.
Everything goes to terminal.
Yes. So if you click here, right?
Yeah, the
Uh,
beat up.
So for Windows, I have to click Control Alt Delete, maybe go to Task Manager, right click Task Manager, and everything. Just here, it just shows everything,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
all my GPU states, all my CPU states, and everything. I can see which process is like it's hogging the CPU resources or something. So if you see here, out of the 2 GB that's used, Brave is occupying what? Oh my God, guys, just
It's.
counted. Huh?
I think it's because Google Meet you.
Right? No, I'm saying. I mean, so just
It is always like that. Even the Chrome, Chromium, Brave, the
yes,
modern
any
browser
Chromium
sucks.
browsers are like this. So if you see here, total usage is 3 GB,
Huh?
out of which I think it's 1.8 GB is Brave.
Yeah.
So the rest of the OS is just running on what 1 gigabit of.
Why is Ghosty taking 229 MB? What the hell is running?
I'm not sure. Uh,
Okay. I don't think any terminal is running, but the itself is. Yeah,
Maybe
yeah.
not.
That the terminal I was telling, right? Ghosty, Kitty, Alacrity, all these things, modern terminals. Think he chose Ghost.
Yeah. And I'm happy with all the opinions that the creator has. And if I
If
don't
you
like,
had to, if you had to change something, what will you change?
I would have two desktop environments, two different ones.
Uh,
Hyperland as default, a backup one for the case where Hyperland may not make so much sense.
mhm. But I think once you get used to it, you won't feel like why you need other.
Yeah. One more thing, maybe the Brave tab sharing not available. Maybe I'm missing something there as well. Maybe have not properly figured it out. Uh,
Okay.
yeah,
Anyways,
tab sharing is
thing.
not available. So these
Any.
are the topics. These are the things in 1 month of use of Omarchy. These are the things. Omarchy things, specific things that I like, I don't like. So yeah,
Okay. Glad you liked it. Hope you keep using it and convince some of your friends to make them use as well. At
definitely.
least the main reason is just to have alternative when both Windows and Apple is going in their own way,
Yeah.
teaching the customers
I
need.
mean, I feel like Linux has to just fix some of the not Linux, maybe the Linux distros. They just have to fix some of the
Beginner friendly.
make it beginner friendly, make it like
I was looking at that. There is something called Zorian OS, Zorian something.
okay. I wonder.
I mean, I think again the recent developments on Zorian OS. The main focus is people coming from OS. I mean, what is it? Linux, Windows should feel easier.
Okay,
That is there in this one. So I think Zorian OS is the
okay.
again. I used Ubuntu. I still don't find a reason not to use Ubuntu. It just does everything and it works. Everything was nice. I don't feel the need to go to Windows when I.
I agree.
But now the styling manager and most keyboard driven, I like Omar.
Yeah,
I
but
think
you can
people
install like something like Fedora and like and
Fedora. Okay, Fedora. I never used it, but it does the same like Ubuntu. For most of my use, I mean, I don't. The difference doesn't make much difference.
okay.
But for now, this is good. But people coming from Windows, and I would still tell them to use Ubuntu
Mhm.
because they will get scared if they just click audio and try to increase the volume and you just go to terminal and they'll.
Really?
I mean, you change this one.
Oh,
In
okay. You know what? This is the first time I'm seeing this, Raja. I've always used my
yeah, yeah, yeah. This is true. Now the reason is, see, I have a monitor, I have external speaker, I have headphones. Okay, one. When I am using, when I'm watching a movie, I want output to be in the speaker. When I was randomly watching, monitor speaker. When I'm
yeah.
on the call, I want a headphone. So for that, I have to change. There
Mhm.
is you have to go and change, and it's very scary. People get scared. You have to go to configure. Give
Right,
it
right,
one.
right.
You go to configure, then you go, then there will be a bunch of stuff. See, there's a bunch. Now look at this one. Look at this. Come down, come down. Tell me the difference. People will be like scared. They're like, oh my god, I will click something wrong, and
Yes, yes, yes.
that thing will be there.
I agree. No, no, no. I agree. I mean, the thing is, this is the first time I'm seeing this. I've always used my
Yeah.
keyboard knob. What happens when I click this?
You don't have adapter. That's a Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay. I don't have Wi-Fi.
Bluetooth also you don't have, I think.
What's this one? This I think this is keyboard. Okay, fine.
But I think every developer should use this. Every developer who works in a command line and
Yeah,
code, and they will feel at home.
right.
Yeah, it's been 1 hour. Nice talking to you, Mahesh. Hope you enjoy um, Marky more. So
Yeah, so I think we can do maybe a 3 month review again.
yeah,
Maybe at the time I would have switched to something else. Maybe, huh? Maybe. So let's see.
uh-huh. I unless you, I don't think you are going to change anytime
No,
soon.
for me
Unless you want to play some game and
exactly. And of course, I have Windows.
yeah, dual booters.
Just for that. So even if I do not see any use case for me where Omarchy is not sufficient.
Yes, let's
Right?
see.
Fast, it's very quick, it's very snappy. I mean, it just feels it feels like it gave my system a new life. I feel like
And
I can use this for next 5 years and not feel any slowness at all.
one more thing I like this when you install this one, right, the sudo pacman minus y.
Yeah,
Then when you install something, it will show what is the old one, what is the new one, what
right.
am I going to do, where it
Yes.
is, all the thing. In app ticket you don't get anything. App ticket will just tell, hey, give me 300 MB, I'm
It
going to
will
download.
give you a list of dependencies and
Yeah,
just go the logs would just print and print and
yeah.
print and print and print.
But here either the visual, like, the listing is good.
Exactly. Yeah. Agree.
Okay, Mahesh, any final thoughts before we close up?
No, I just want to say thank you, Raja, for making that video.
Uh-huh.
It was very interesting enough, it made me watch it, the video and try the voice as well. I feel like you agree with a lot of opinions the creator has as well. I agree with it
Yeah,
too. And if we don't like it, we can always switch it.
yeah.
So yeah, Omachi is a very good, very its opinions are nice. So
Nice. Okay, Mahesh, good speaking to you. Let me
thank you.
stop
Thank
the
you, Raja.
recording.
Sure.
Me too.